Straight up, the music was different in the 90s. We had a selection, a variety rather, of music. You know what I'm saying? We had slow jams, R&B music, we had reggae, we had hip hop, we had house music, we had go-go music. The list goes on. The list goes on, man. And during...
Yeah, and people get tired of hearing this, but it's true. All the shit, they sound the same. What the hell is he talking about? You know, I agree with him. It's the same shit all the time. Same old stuff. They get tired of hearing it, but it's true. He's telling the damn truth. He is.
In that time, in the 90s, everybody put their best foot forward. Now it's like, man, anybody could be a singer. Anybody could be a rapper.
Yeah, rappers trying to sing and singers trying to rap.
Back in the days, I'm going to tell you what separated the artists from regular people. You had to have star power. And I know what y'all going to say when I say this, right? But I'm going to tell you what's the telltale heart of letting me know that this genre of music it ain't nothing compared to the 90s. Because y'all only have like one megastar in each like genre of music. Like, who would have known? Seriously, this is my word. Back in the days in the 90s, who would have known this little chick that was part of Destiny's Child called Beyonce would be like top dog? The reason why I'm saying that is because there were so many more better singers than her.
Yeah.
Better singers than her. You know what I'm saying? Who would have known, like, in the 90s, going into to now, you know what I'm saying, this generation, who would have known that hip-hop would have ever fell off like it did?
We're getting
and that
back to the
hip-hop
singing
now,
now.
I ain't gonna say I mean
way
no
better than
disrespect, because it's
Beyonce.
the truth. Why am I going to say
Shit is garbage.
No, it's the truth. Hip-hop now is for the LGBTQ community and drug heads. That plain and simple. That plain and simple. Who would have known that? I would have never known that hip hop would have taken a course of this, in this direction. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the days in the 90s, it was a very masculine genre of music.
Yeah, you're getting back to the R&B thing real quick. Yeah, if Aaliyah was still here. Yeah, yeah. You know, say this, a lot of stuff would be different. And then the rap, like I said a few minutes ago, everything sounded the same. Because back then, I talked about this one before. When you heard, you hear Jay-Z, you know Jay-Z. It's like when you hear Nas, you know Nas. When you hear Ice Cube, you know Ice Cube. You know, not everything sounding the same. So it's horrible. And they say, "Well, you look for so and so." Like what's his name? Spears said in the video. What's his name? So you didn't have to you didn't have to look for it back then. It was there. You walked into that record store. They always had something for you. So, and in the radio, you be angry as hell. You be trying to record the song off the cassette tape, and you wanted the song so damn bad. You be recording 2 minutes of the song. You be missing 3.5 minutes of it, but you record in the middle of the song anyway because you wanted the song so bad. But now you wouldn't listen to that. You wouldn't listen to this shit if they paid you.
Very much so. Straight up. I could go on. I could go on with sports. You know what I'm saying? Here we go with this whole thing with LeBron being the greatest, being the GOAT over, Kobe and Michael and all of that. I'm not going to get into it.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
I will say this.
He ain't.
LeBron James is the king. He is the king of all kings when it comes to this generation. But But you know how many celebrity? I mean, you know how many celebrity basketball players we had? How many? And they were good. They were good in the 90s. We had Patrick Ewing. We had Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Kemp.
We had
Mutombo. Yeah.
I mean, the list goes on, man.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Dominique Wilkins. The list goes on. Charles Barkley. The list goes on. We didn't just have one particular basketball player that was the king of all kings. I mean, of course,
Jordan versus Bird was so rough. They made a video game out of it.
In the sports, in basketball.
Yeah.
Now, NBA is trash. And I don't even want to get on the NFL.
I'm not a football guy. I'm not a football guy.
This is going to be the headbanger for you all to recognize that our era, the 90s era, was greater than this era. Is because not only did our football players, not only were our football players and basketball players great, but they had shoes, sneakers that came out during that time.
You got the Jordans and the Ewing and the
Our era, or our time, started, the whole thing with basketball and football players coming out with their own sneakers. And y'all still wearing the retro sneakers till this day.
Yeah, 30, yeah. That is the roughest thing you've seen. Wearing shoes that are, it's crazy how old they are now. These shoes are 30 and 40 years old. That is crazy. Yeah, not just the Jordans, the Ewings too. The Ewings is something serious. I had the black and white ones, high top, yeah, and they're coming back. Why? Because they're damn good. That's why. Yeah, it's 30-year-old shoes selling over and over again. That's how serious it is.
It bugs me out how not all, some of you in this generation will sit back and say, man, you an old head and this and that and so forth. But you're wearing everything. You're listening to our 90s music. You're copying everything that we did in the 90s. So we old heads, but yet it's still you're jacking our style. You're jacking our music.
Exactly.
That's crazy to me. I was looking at the games just now, and I was like, you know what, man, fuck this. I'm gonna go ahead and just do a video. The NFL season sucks. It's trash. This is the worst out of all the years I've looked at football. This gotta be the worst fucking season I ever seen in my goddamn life. Gotta be. I am not looking forward to the playoffs. I am not looking forward to seeing the Super Bowl. Looking at the Super Bowl. I'm not. Real talk. Real talk. We didn't have, things that gadgets, cell phones, we didn't have social media, we didn't have the internet that took our minds away from real life.
Yeah, we had internet, but internet was a baby back then. And, like I said this in another video a couple of times. Like there was that mess came out when some of us was in high school. It's like here's the internet, and you're like, what's the internet? What's that? they didn't really care about that back then. And even in 2000, internet was still young, so it wasn't till like later on then it got But yeah, like I said in another video, you couldn't wait. Well, we had video games, Game Boy, Nintendo, and all that kind of stuff. But you couldn't wait to get outside, rushing your homework, rushing your assignment, trying to get out of there. I don't know about rushing to the point where you don't have to know what you're writing. Know about that? No, but seriously, you couldn't wait to get out there. And some of them, I remember some of the kids throwing the bag on the porch and then back outside. They wasn't ready to be in the house. So he's telling the damn truth. Like I remember one woman was saying she went to the park or something. Said that park was dead. Nobody was there. It was back in the day. Everybody was outside at the park. at the Pond Creek somewhere. They was out outside.
So during the summers, even when it was cold, we would hang out, you know what I'm saying, kicking with our friends. There'd be girls around, you know what I'm saying, we playing basketball and all of that shit. There'd be girls around, we chit-chatting and this and that and so forth. People were out and about. I don't see that in this day and time. I don't see kids out in the neighborhood playing like how we used to. I don't see kids riding their bikes.
Yeah, I forgot about that, riding your
I
bike.
don't see kids playing basketball, playing street ball. I don't see none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say that our generation was walking in the woods and you know what I'm saying, dissecting worms and shit like that. We were in tune with nature. That's not what I'm saying. But we were out and about. And yes, true indeed, we had our fair share of guns, violence, and drugs, and all the rest of that shit. But it was nothing compared to this generation. The worst drug that we encountered was crack. Wasn't nobody popping pills or none of that. None of that. These goose feathers coming out of my jacket. But yeah, man.
It's totally different, man. He telling the damn
Fashion,
truth.
we weren't wearing tight ass pants.
I
don't want to go back to the 90s.
No. I'll go back to the 90s to get away from that. Nobody, like I said in another video, ain't nobody trying to wear Urkel's pants or some tight ass cowboy pants. That ain't happening. Made me think about Jack talking about getting into a fight with this guy, and the guy outran him in some tight pants and boots. How the hell that happened? But anyway, yeah. You like to go back for certain things, but not go back completely. Yeah, because everything wasn't great back then. Some stuff was a pain in the ass. So, but yeah, I see what he mean.
I can't rock and roll with them baggy ass damn, pants and shit like that.
Well, I gotta have them now because I'm a big dude.
This is my word. You know what I'm saying? We wore boxer briefs, or we just wore boxes and shit. At least we wore clothes so our dicks could breathe. You know what I'm saying?
No, but he's funny. The baggy pants, yeah, because big dude, I got no business wearing no tie. That don't even look right. Where the baggy pants, he has some, not even just baggy pants that are comfortable. Because I remember a dude was talking about, what about the regular pants? Talking about he had on, or he tried to get some relaxed fit. He said those MFs were tight as hell. I'm like, yeah, see, you want to be comfortable. And about walking like you about to slip on the ground or something. Walking slow because the pants are tight. Who the hell want to wear some pants like that? And then they said the built dudes trying to wear clothes like that and tearing the pants. I'm like, yeah, because it ain't for you. What are you doing?
Our testicles and penises could breathe and shit. Y'all wearing them tight ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, men are wearing them tight ass pants. You know what I'm saying? Y'all suffering from yeast infection. You gotta put your underwear in the microwave and shit like that.
What?
I know some of y'all gonna be like, where the hell did you get that from? I got that shit from sex education.
About putting your pants in the microwave.
You women,
Now I remember what movie was that? 3 O'Clock High. The dude was rushing for school. He forgot to take the clothes out to wash, which he thought he did, but he didn't. This dude, I'll never forget that. That was funny. He put his shirt and a Pop-Tart in the microwave. I was like, I don't know. His sister walked in looking like, what the hell? I was like, yeah, he was in a rush that bad. But yeah, I'm about putting your trunks in the microwave. Know about that? That's crazy.
In the microwave. But y'all dudes are doing that.
He put the that was crazy.
It's crazy, man.
He put the Pop-Tarts and the shirts in the microwave.
People such as myself and others that come from that era, we walk around all grumpy and mean and upset. Straight up. Now I know. Now I understand why, you know what I'm saying, my parents are the way that they, were the way, I say are the way that they are. And my grandparents. Because every generation, it just seems like shit just get worse. But this generation right here, It is what it is. This is yo. Let me tell you something. I say this generation is the end. The end, and literally it is. You all are Gen Zs, and they going back. They're going backwards. Now you got Gen Alphas or Alpha, and this is the beginning of the ending of what humanity as we know it. Whereas now we're about to embark on some shit that we never gonna come back from, and that is when man meets machine, or rather becomes one. We are in the generation where AI, or rather artificial intelligence, is literally taking over.
Yeah.
We didn't have none of that shit back in the days.
Yeah. Because I didn't even think about this, but yeah, back in the day, probably 70s, early 80s, the what you call this thing? Not the escalator, elevator. It was an elevator person to take you up and down the building or whatever, and then you just press it with your hand. There is no more operator, and all this kind of stuff. And then I remember I seen one video where the robot arm was making the food or something like that. And this was recent. This was probably months ago. So he's right. It's like seems like damn near the iRobot movie was real. Robots fixing everything. They even showed that. They showed the robot with the robotic, like the iRobot face, and they showed the robot with the plastic human looking face. It was like, whew. So yeah, he's not joking. That shit is different. Taking over. But as far as getting back to the 90s, you want to go back for certain things, but go back period. Know about that. Some of it was great, and some of it was sickening. So yeah, you want to get in Doc Brown's time machine. You better think about that. About firing up the DeLorean and then getting stuck back in 1992. Know about getting stuck back there. Know about that.